Got some good news and bad news when it comes to Social Security increases. With inflation data just coming out, just released, looks like inflation sort of going down. The only problem with this data is that food prices are still high. So if you're on low income, fixed income with high food prices, doesn't really help you out much. With this new inflation data, we're getting new predictions of what the COLA increase could be for 2024. I'll give you those numbers, what the estimates are, how much you could get for your monthly paycheck. And when it comes to big Social Security changes, we're hearing this from Elizabeth Warren in this article. Social Security changes are coming. Elizabeth Warren confirms tax increase is inevitable. So who is getting this extra tax increase? Who's being taxed? Where's this tax money going? And how is this going to directly affect and benefit Social Security recipients? I'll give you all those answers and some other important updates as well. Before we dive into the content here, if you appreciate the Social Security updates, how I get straight to the point, show you the articles, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates on any new information that comes out. All right, let's get into it. Also, thanks for all the well wishes. Still a little bit under the weather. You may hear it in my voice. Thanks for the tips. Did some gargling with salt water, had some honey, a few other things. So I really appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. Inflation rose at a 4% annual rate in May, the lowest in 2 years. So there's some good news there, but it's not all good. So the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, increased just 1.1% for the month and 4% from a year ago. The latter being the lowest level in about 2 years. Excluding food and energy, core CPI rose 0.4% and 5.3% respectively. So what do these numbers mean? Who cares if inflation is sort of going down, sort of going up? How does this help you in your everyday life? I'm going to give you some more important numbers here. So the CPI, Consumer Price Index, excuse me, which measures changes in a multitude of goods and services, increased just 0.1% for the month, bringing the annual level down to 4% from 4.9% in April. So to get a better idea here, if you look at the chart, you could see this is going all the way back to January of 2020 when the inflation rate was at 2.5%, or the CPI was at 2.5%. You could see it went all the way up to 9% in June of 2022, so just a year ago, and then down to 4%. This is all items. If you look at everything less food and energy, it's a little lower, 5.3%. Now the problem here is that food prices are still a little high, which affects a lot of people who are on low income and fixed income. If you're in the situation, let me know down in the comments below, what are you doing about your food situation? Are the prices going down a bit? According to the data here, food prices, however, were still up 6.7% from a year ago, though eggs fell 13.8% in May and are now slightly negative on a 12-month basis after surging in previous months. Shelter prices have risen 8%, and transportation services are up 10.2%. Airline fares also have been in retreat 13.4% over a year ago. Excuse me. So when it comes to gas, prices at the pump could exceed $5 per gallon, which had never happened before in the US, but prices of gasoline have now fallen 19.7% over the past year. So there was a threat of $5 a gallon. Doesn't look like that's going to happen now. So this is the inflation data that just came out. Gave it to you not too detailed, just wanted to give you an overview of where we stand with this inflation data. Now, the important thing about this inflation data is that it is going to determine the COLA. So Social Security cost of living adjustment may be 2.7% in 2024, new estimate finds, which is sadly low. Very ridiculous how low they could actually make this this COLA, 2.7%. How is anyone going to survive with just a 2.7% increase with their cost of living adjustment? So new government data for May shows inflation is cooling for Social Security beneficiaries. That may be bittersweet news because though some prices may come down, their cost of living adjustment next year may be lower. I think when it comes to COLA, they should at least, for the elderly, low income, fixed income, SSI, SSDI, veterans, they should at least put food prices into account when it comes to the COLA. Because at 2.7%, it may seem that's very low, but what if food prices are still high, as I just mentioned before? And if you're low in fixed income and you're not getting any more money coming in, but food prices are still high, you're just going to keep living in poverty, which is shameful of the government. They just really need to raise it. So when it comes to Social Security COLA, could be 2.7% in 2024 based on the latest consumer price index data according to the Senior Citizens League. So that's the latest, and then it's just given some more inflation data here. Another important piece here. So the subset of the index used to determine next year's COLA, the consumer price index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW, was up 3.6% over a year ago, lowest level since March 2021. So we're looking for the CPIE. We want that to be accounted when it comes to adjusting the COLA rate, which I think seniors, SSI, SSDI definitely deserve a higher raise than that. These numbers could change, but it is going to depend on the inflation data coming out. So Social Security changes are coming. Elizabeth Warren confirms tax increase is inevitable. So who is going to be taxed here? So lawmakers have a mere 12 years to fix Social Security program before it could no longer pay full benefits, according to the most recent Social Security Trustees report. So basically, after 2034, after the money is basically depleted, there's just going to be a few more years in order to pay out the checks. And then after that, Social Security is depleted. I don't think it's going to get to that point, but that's basically where they're saying it's at. So when it comes to Social Security, a lot of different proposals in Congress right now. If you want to check out yesterday's video talking about the 4 changes that President Biden wants to make when it comes to Social Security, one of these changes also gives a poll of whether Democrats and Republican voters agree or disagree with it. So raising the payroll tax cap. 79% of Republicans agree, 78% of Democrats agree. So pretty across the board there. Basically, a proposal to raise the payroll tax cap to $400,000 will go a long way to closing the budget gap. So basically taxing the rich higher. Then also another one, reducing benefits for high earners. So if someone was a high earner throughout their life, they have pensions, 401k accounts, the Social Security benefits would be reduced for that individual. So support here is 78% for Republicans, 86% for Democrats. So those beneficiaries who earned a higher salary during their working years are also the ones who most likely have other ways of funding their retirements, such as through pensions, 401k, and other savings. One proposal that received a large majority of bipartisan support would reduce the benefits for top 20% of earners and eliminate an 11% of the shortfall. While workers who make more money would still get a larger benefit than others, it would be less than the current program. So basically saying if someone made a lot of money throughout their life and they have pensions, retirement funds to fund their retirement, they'll get a lower Social Security monthly check, still higher than an average person, but lower. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree, disagree? This would help out with the insolvency problem. And then raising the retirement age. So 75% of Republicans agree, 76% of Democrats agree. So when it comes to these issues here, it looks like Republican Democrat voters pretty much on the same page here. One of the first changes to the original Social Security program enacted in 1983 was slowly increasing the full retirement age from 65 to 67. With people living and working longer on average, one proposal would seek to raise the retirement age slightly to 68. This change would reduce the budget shortfall by 14%. Some are even saying up to age 70. What do you think the retirement age should be to collect Social Security? 68, 70. Let me know your thoughts on that number down below. Now, when it comes to Social Security increases, Elizabeth Warren, also one of the people who is pushing for a big Social Security Expansion Act, which is a bill in Congress right now. I thought that Congress, after passing the debt ceiling, they would have more time to put towards Social Security. We're hearing a little bit of silence here, which is little worrying, or they're working on something bigger to put forth for Social Security, or trying to get votes together, trying to give you the latest news when it comes to what is happening with Social Security, with the latest articles. So I'll keep you updated if anything else comes up regarding increasing Social Security, decreasing Social Security. If you want more of those updates, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the like button if you appreciate how I gave you the facts, let you know exactly what was going on. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, I'm going to give you the 5 positive tips to make you start your day and make you be positive and grateful as much as you can. So first, stay happy, stay strong, and have good vibes, and do great to others when they do great to you. And also, you know this one, be nice to others when you be nice to them. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your support. Man, this is a struggle to go through this. Getting out of breath just talking. But yeah, getting better, slowly getting better. So all is good. Hopefully all is well with you. If you want to learn the 4 big changes that President Biden wants to make for Social Security, definitely want to click this video right here so you can learn more about that. And I'll give you and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.